happy that you guys are here with us. Could have been doing anything else, but you're here. I see we got Robert Brown and Sarah from Aberdeen, Mississippi. We got Phil from the Bahamas. Hello there. Kay from London, UK. Great morning, Rain from New York City. Love you, girl. Great morning from North Carolina. Hi, Claudine. Appreciate you. Coach Ty from Mobile, Alabama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who else we got on the line. The Hodges from Atlanta. We got Sean from Birmingham. We got San Antonio, Texas. Greetings, Michael. Hello, Tyra. Grind Risings. Tanisha from Ottawa, Canada. Great morning, Grand Risings. Hello, hello, hello. Again, thank you so much for joining on with us today. You could have been doing anything else, anywhere else, but you choose to be here with us. So we greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those that do not know me, my name is Pamela Pacheco, and I have had the honor, pleasure, and privilege of seeing this amazing lifestyle club and being a part of it for the last 6.5 years. It will be 7 years in November. And all I can tell you is, man, I remember plugging into these types of trainings, plugging into these type of not only events that were going to allow me to get the inspiration that I needed, the belief level to know that I could do it too, but the knowledge and the tools and the know-how, right? Because we know knowledge isn't power, it's the application of knowledge. And you got to surround yourself around the thinking that outthinks you. That is so, so, so important, because you have to, be around people that are speaking towards your future and not that they're just clinging to your past, right? So that's super important. And I'm grateful for the surroundings that I was able to be around, people that, just forced me to level up, forced me to grow. And the first thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is our mindset. And, the millennial mind is super, super important, because your mindset is where your mind sits. And if something is not allowing us to grow, if it's not allowing us to prosper, if it's not allowing us to get to the next level, whether that be in business, whether that be in health, whether that be in wealth, whether that be in life, whether that be in relationships, whether that be in any of the important pillars in your life, right? Don't let it sit there. And I always tell people that, there's a rule. It's 98% versus 2%, where 98% of the world, by the time they retire, they're going to be depending on the government, depending on the system or on some things, while only 2% are going to be completely free, not depending on a soul. Well, where do you think we grew up at? We grew up at in the 98% for certain, but it's a transition into the 2%ers. So we have to change the norms, change the habits, change a lot of the things that we currently do, because I knew that being the person that I wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to be. So it's about the becoming. See, we're all born to win, but we're programmed to lose. If you guys could hear me okay, can you type 1 in the chat? Somebody text me. If you can, let me know that you're hearing me okay. I hear a little bit of an echo. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, give me 1 second here. All right. Perfect. All right. So, and we have to program our mindset, right? It's super important to be able to do that. And how we do that is personal development. How we do that is surrounding yourself around thinking that is outthinking you, surrounding yourself around people that, make you better, force you to level up in each and every area of your life. And it's important to start with the end in mind. It's important to understand that the attitude is always going to come before the paycheck, but the attitude will determine your level of altitude. So personal development, continuously work on ourselves. If we are deserving of the person that deserves 6 figures a month, 6 figures a day, right? We would have already had that. We would have already attained that. So clearly something has to switch. Something has to change. We have to develop and grow into that person. And being the CEO is super important, because a lot of times people think being the CEO is just, it's just being the chief executive officer. Yes, you're the chief executive officer of your life, of your business, of your dreams, of your goals. However, be the CEO that you're the chief energy officer, because you have to be the person that is not letting anything or anybody take away your energy, is not letting anything or anyone dim your light, right? Be that person that sets the thermostat, that sets the tone no matter where you go. Winners expect to win. See, winning is a habit. If you're not playing to win, might as well not play at all. And a lot of people, they're not used to winning, so they don't even know how to set themselves up to win because they're not expecting to win. So make winning a habit, because we're all natural born winners. And making sure you're staying around people that are celebrating you, not just tolerating you. So till this day, right, the majority of my family and my friends, they do not support me and what I do. And I'm not talking about support like a clap and it's like, yay, I support you. No, I'm talking about like, I don't need a cheerleader on the fence, right? Like support means like you either got a membership or you got the membership in the business, or every time the word travel comes up, I'm in your mindset and you refer me to everybody you know. That's like real support, okay? So, but I don't care, because see, I barely spend time with those people, and it's because I'm not going to be around people that just tolerate me, that just tolerate my goals, that every time I'm talking about goals or I'm talking about dreams or ideas, they're like, oh, here she goes again with another idea. No, like the people that I'm around, I'm going to make them uncomfortable, because I'm growing and I'm stretching my mindset every single time at every single moment. It's almost as if I get uncomfortable being around people that aren't doing anything, because of the level of work that I continuously do in myself and on my goals and in my life. But making sure that you know, it's not like you're burning the bridge with anybody, but raise the toll. Stay where you're celebrated, not just go where you're tolerated. Some of the best books that have helped with personal development and my millennial mindset development is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, What to Say When You're Talking to Yourself by Dr. Shad Helmstetter, The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkerson, Relentless by Tim Grover, Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell, Go Pro by Eric Worre. And there's so many different books that you can put in the chat if something that you're reading is helping you. Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers is an absolutely amazing book as well. There's so many different books. So feel free to look at the chat and see anything else somebody writes in. So how do you develop this millionaire mind? Because a lot of people look at this and they're like, well, did you just wake up overnight and you had this positive mindset? And it's like, no, like you got to work on it. You got to work on it over and over and over and over again. And how we've done that is, starting the day, like it's like the daily disciplines. I believe that it's the compound effect, right? It's like the little things over time that make the difference in anything and everything in your life. So starting the day with gratitude, starting the day with prayer, with meditation, with worship, with affirmations. I'm telling you, the last almost 3 weeks, I've been getting up every morning at 5:30 in the morning, and it's done such a difference. I'm not going to tell you I don't take a nap during the day, right? Absolutely, I do. But right, it just sets the tone for my entire day. I get so much done early on in the day. I heard one time that, people on the West Coast, it's always great for them to wake up at 5 a.m. because by the time they wake up, people on the East Coast are already eating, right? So it's like you got to have that attitude, that mindset of a champion, to knowing that, okay, if I'm not where I want to be, how can I grow? How can I get better? But how you start the day sets the tone for your day. So it's super important that the first 5 minutes of your day, I say, hey, take the first hour at least, right? I at least will tell you the minimum I do a day for myself is an hour, right? And dedicate that time to yourself, because when it comes down to it, you see, everybody says this, right? I used to say it too. I used to say it's God, family, business. No, but it's God, health, family, business. See, if you're not taking care of your health and wellness, you cannot provide, you cannot pour into anybody else. And during this season in my life, I'm learning that more and more and more and more. So starting the day, making sure that you're setting the tone for your day is super important. Simultaneously, the same way, the last 5 minutes of your day are very important, because that sets the tone for your subconscious mind, right? That reprograms your subconscious mind. See, the subconscious mind does not know what is real from what is fake. So it is what you're telling it. It is what you are allowing it to see. So, whether you're watching The Secret before you go to sleep, or you're watching something inspirational or something funny or something positive, make sure that you're doing something that is allowing you to get to where you want to go. because it's about growing all day, every day. Habits are formed in 21 days. Why is that important? Because see, when we understand that habits are formed in 21 days, it's about making these daily disciplines a habit and making it a lifestyle. That is the only way that in times and in moments that you're not disciplined or that you don't feel disciplined, you can actually feel like doing it, because it's going to feel as if, oh my God, I didn't brush my teeth today if I didn't say my affirmations, right? It's going to feel that much of a necessity to your day-to-day lifestyle. But it takes 21 days to make it a habit. So that's how you do it. So before we start going into, the tools and trainings and stuff like that, I want to briefly touch over around our product. And if you are a silver member, type in the chat, I am silver. If you are a gold member, type in the chat, I am gold. If you are platinum, type in the chat, platinum. And if you are titanium, like a lot of us on here, type titanium. I see the chats blowing up. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, Sarah, she said, I'm titanium, honey. Yes, Hadi. Yes, 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 yes. So, yes, Sharon, I love it, I love it, I love it. Tatsua says, I'm silver, but I'm making my way up for sure. Girl, let me tell you. First of all, I'm the person that's going to tell everybody on here, whether you're silver, gold, or platinum, it's okay. It is okay if you're at that level, because you can just upgrade by only paying the difference. And I'm going to tell you a secret. The best way to upgrade is by working your business, right? That pays you every week. Those cycle bonuses now are 50% more for gold and platinum members that you're enrolling. And guess what? Well, you are reinvesting the profits that you make every week. So there's nothing ever wrong with you starting at a silver level or at a gold level or a platinum level. But when you work your business, because if you're on this training today, it means you're a representative. When you work your business, it pays you weekly. So you can't be broke in a business that pays you weekly. And when you decide to work your business and you make a profit, you could take a portion of that profit to upgrade. So you're reinvesting it into your business, but ultimately to get the best of the best. And I'm going to tell you, when we got started back then, like the cost for gold is what the cost for platinum is today. It was $350, right? And even though platinum was the best back then, my pockets were not on platinum. My pockets were on Pepsi. So I got started with the gold, and the gold includes everything silver includes. So it gives you unlimited access to our wholesale booking engine, right? But now, when you're getting into the gold, you're getting to unlimited dream trips. And if you're a silver member, that's cool. Get in where you fit in, but have the mindset to upgrade. You want the best of the best that this company offers. And I'm going to tell you, gold not only gives you access to unlimited dream trips, it gives you access to online shopping. It gives you access to be able to eat and earn your way to vacation. It gives you access, let's say you're a very big Target shopper like myself, you get to order things online and just pick them up at the store, especially in these crazy times. You could skip the lines. You could skip the pandemonium going on in the stores right now, right? No matter what, because you have access to that for gold. And I'm going to tell you, when you start getting into the gold and platinum memberships, especially the gold, it costs you more money not to have gold or platinum, especially if you're that person that likes to eat. If you're that person that likes to shop, it costs you more money not to have it, because again, these memberships, it's not only for travel that you utilize them for day-to-day things in your lifestyle. Like platinum, for example, not only do you get everything silver and gold gives you, but platinum gives you things that are like peace of mind. It gives you things like telemedicine, and telemedicine is powered through Teladoc, which gives you access to a doctor. Like health insurance companies are charging hundreds of dollars for that service alone a month, right? That's included in our platinum protection. And you can also add it on as a silver or gold member for only an additional $10 a month. But why, when you can just upgrade and have it all, right? Have it all. And I'll tell you what's super cool, because when you start getting into the gold and platinum, you get hosts on your trips, you get different type of experiences. I remember a few friends of ours, we went to Costa Rica for $167 for 6 days and 5 nights. All inclusive, all you can drink, all you can eat. Like, it was insane. And I was like, all this for $167, like 40 of us booked it. But you could have not seen it on the app if you weren't platinum, right? And that's why now Titanium has its own app, because the exclusivity that we get as Titanium members, I mean, imagine you being able to have access to yachts and jets and villas and castles and chateaus. It is an out of this world experience. And I'm going to tell you guys, look, if you can't upgrade all the way to Titanium or all the way to Platinum, I get it, guys, right? But at least do your best to upgrade to Gold, because you want to experience the signature memberships for experience and culture here. And there's no other way but having it done so through Gold, Platinum, and Titanium. And you can look for yourself. Look at the majority of the people. And I know some people wrote to panelists. Make sure you're writing to panelists and attendees. But more than 75% of the people that are on this chat have wrote that they're either Platinum or Titanium. So what does that tell you? It's the value. And I tell you what, I bet you those people too, their closing levels are a lot higher. You know why? Because their posture is higher. Their posture. A lot of people, they get started at a silver membership, and I'm not talking to somebody right now because you're different, you're on this training, but a lot of people, they see this $1 billion business and they only buy in at $75. So then their mom tells them no, and somebody else tells them it's a scam, and they're quickly to go put their tail in between their legs and pan and walk away. You know why? Because your posture is only at $25. Your posture is only at silver. But had you get in at a higher level, your posture would be a little different. I'm just saying. Okay, so enough about that. Moving on. Getting a new member started. So we say triple T all the way to IMD. Guys, our company worldwide has a system that is called IC, which is invite, share, enroll, and educate. So no matter what you're doing in your system, as long as you're mastering the invite, as long as you are sharing the deal, as long as you are getting people started, enrolling them, and you're educating, keep doing what you're doing. All we're here to do is add some fuel to your fire. So again, getting a new member started, we always say, welcome to the team, welcome to the family. We're gonna post a picture of them, of this new member. We're gonna download the necessary apps, whether you're downloading WhatsApp, Chilling Worldwide, Facebook, GroupMe, Telegram, WV Pro. Oh my gosh, make sure you got WV Pro. It is absolutely amazing. I'm definitely the shameless plug for our company because we got the deal on all cylinders, and our execs team works so hard day in and day and night to make it better and make us have just so much fun while we're doing what we do in the field. They take care of everything. In WV Pro, this app, it allows your business like at your fingertips. Like, it has so much content in there. It is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend for everybody to get it. Make sure you're adding your brand new person to the Facebook pages, because they're going to feel the global camaraderie. They're going to feel the global support. They're going to feel the fun, the freedom, the fulfillment. They're going to feel that energy. That energy is absolutely contagious. There's nothing like it, for sure. So when we're talking about getting somebody started, like we said, the number one step is inviting, right? We got to invite it, because before you share it with people, you got to have a list. But before you're inviting, have the mindset, again, because everything starts and ends with your mind. Have the mindset that your number one rule is to be yourself. Number one rule is to be yourself. Everybody type it in the chat. Be yourself. Be you, right? Number one rule is to be yourself. Number two, urgency. Be in a hurry. So be yourself, be in a hurry, right? And have energy. Energy is super, super, super important. I know my greens are going crazy right now because I wrote energy second, but I'm saying it as third. It's okay. Energy, okay? And expect to win. Expect to win. Why do I say that? Because, see, the closing, a lot of people think that closing starts when you just ask somebody, are you ready to get started? But closing, my dear friends, it starts with how you invite. And if you invite with a certain level of urgency, if you invite with a certain level of energy, like you know you have the solution to the majority of everybody's problems, like you know there are 6 feet from gold, like you know we got the deal. I promise you, they're going to feel that energy, and you're going to close your guests from the moment you said, yeah, hello, I got something you got to see, right? So when we're writing a list, how do we write this list? Well, I love to use the 5 S's, and I say the 5 S's anytime you want to launch a new team and launch a new business, definitely do this. You know, the first S is share. Who would you share $10 million with? Who are those people that you would share anything with, right? You would do anything for. You want to share $10 million, write them down, write them down, write them down. Who else, 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 right? Who are those people that would support you in anything you do? Write them down, 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 write them down. Why? There's people that would do this, right? Just because it's you, just because it's you, just because they love you, because they love your kids, just because they know your struggle, because they know how hardworking you are, they know how much of a great heart you have. There's people that would do this just because it's you. So whoever wants to start a new team, I'm going to tell you what I decided to do about a week and a half ago. Started a new list. Anytime new blood is the lifeblood, new list. New list does this. New blood is the lifeblood, but a new list does this, okay? Support in anything you do. Don't count those people out, okay? Spontaneous. Who are those people that love to have fun? Who are those people that are the life of the party? Who are those people that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't go anywhere. Everybody knows you somewhere. We can't even go to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning because somebody knows you. Who's those people that love to have fun? Who are those people that love to travel? Who are those people that are the life of the PARTY? Who are them? Write them down. Write them down. Write them down. Who else? Who else? Who else? After you write down a name, ask who else? Who else? Who else? Sports. Who do you know that loves to play sports? Who do you know that is super successful? Maybe it was the captain of your soccer team. I see Hadi on here, right? In school. Maybe it was that person that was a professional athlete, that was the superstar volleyball player, superstar basketball player, superstar all-around athlete. Who are those people? I don't care if you have not reached out to them in 20 years. Reach out. Reach out. I don't care if you didn't get along with them. Reach out, right? Who are those people that you know that are successful or competitive? Who are those people that you know that they can't even play Monopoly with you because it will get real if they don't win and nobody wants to play with them? A lot of my friends will say that's me, but we're not talking about that. So who do you know? Who do you know that owns a business? Who would you go to for advice? Who would come to you for advice, right? Who do you know that their life sucks? They're just sick and tired of sick and tired. Who's sick and tired of being sick and tired, sick and tired? Who is that person? Who's that person that's being sick and tired of being sick and tired? Write them down. We're not going to tell them, oh my gosh, my friend Luann said you suck. No, we're not. My friend Luann said your marriage sucks. We're not going to say any of that, right? But write these things down because like exactly, Tatsua just, I hope I pronounced that right? Tatsua said, don't play God. If you never ask, it's a guaranteed no. Give a chance for a yes. I love that, right? We should make a shirt with that. Okay. Yes, I did. Awesome. So don't play God. If you never ask, it's a guaranteed no. Give a chance for a yes. Words to avoid as we go into inviting. And I love that she said, you know, don't play God. Why is that, guys? Because see, even as we're making this list, and I'm going to stay here for 5 more seconds, make sure all of y'all got it. If you got it, type in the chat, I got it. Okay. So here's why, right? Because the people you think will do this, 9 out of 10 times won't. And the people you think won't do this, 9 out of 10 times they will. So show everybody. Show everybody. Show everybody. So here are some words to avoid after you make your list and you're going to invite them to your launch party, your travel party. You're going to get them on Zoom in the first 2 hours or an hour. You're going to get them on within 10 minutes of you starting because you're so excited. Here are some words to avoid. Money, business, opportunity, meeting, presentation, travel. I stay away from those words because those words scream people think they know what it is. Here, you want to go, let me go back, Sarah. There you go. You can get your own screenshot of it. All right. Let me know if you got that, Sarah. All right. Perfect. All right, girl. So words to avoid. And here's why it's important that you understand this. You cannot say the right thing, you're welcome, to the wrong person. Just like you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And that is why we say is like, don't play God, because the people you think will do this won't, the people you think won't do this will. So show it to everybody. Everybody. Here's why I put an asterisk by the word travel, because again, of what I just said, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If me and my friend and I were just talking about traveling to Greece, and we're just talking about, oh my God, I can't wait to go to Greece. I can't wait to go back to Santorini. I just said, girl, I found a way we're going to go back to Santorini. I'm going to show you a cool deal that I'm working in, right? I said something about travel because we were already talking about that. You understand? So it is very, very different in the sense that I'm not just saying, girl, I just found a travel club. And we had never talked about travel. I know she don't even got a passport. She can't even spell passport, right? So just be mindful. Again, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, just like you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for action. Mistakes make money here. Trust, okay? Here are some words to utilize. And we love utilizing these words. And if you have some words that you're utilizing this to invite, I want you to type it in the chat right now, because I'm going to highlight a superstar that is killing it and inviting. Right? I got some great news I want to talk to you about. I got a big announcement. I got a real cool project I want to work on. I want you to take a look at. I'm sorry. I have a really cool idea or concept I want to run by you. I have a cool app I'm working in. I got something important in person I want to talk to you about. Nothing bad. You home? I'm coming over. It's me. Right? Somebody's like, but what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? It's me. I got something you gotta see. Right? What is it? What is it? What is it? If somebody, I like to call this is like my invite with a twist, because if somebody's asking me over and over and over again, like, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? And I'm like, it's a vision for my future. Listen to me closely. If that person says they're your friend or family, or they care about you one bit, and you tell them, I have a vision for my future, and they decide not to give you 10 or 15 minutes, they're not your peoples. Okay? All right. We got that. Okay. So everybody got this? Moving on. Huge announcement invite. This is your grand opening or a launch party. A lot of people utilize this, whether you're going to do it in person or that you're going to do it on Zoom. Super, 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 super important that, again, guys, we're launching people's businesses immediately, okay? Because especially now on Zoom, everybody has access to this. So, hey, if I'm talking to my friend Sarah, hey, Sarah, listen really quick, girl, I don't got a lot of time right now, but what are you doing Saturday at 7? If she's busy, I'm going to be like, okay, girl, I'll talk to you later. I'll catch you another time. If she's not busy, Sarah is not busy in this instant, okay? Also, listen, I'm making a huge announcement at my place on Saturday, and I'm not telling anybody what it is until then. I'm only inviting my closest family and friends, and I consider you one of them. Can I count on you to make it out? If Sarah or anybody asks, what is it about? What is it? I'm going to reply, that's why I'm inviting you to my place. I'm going to go over all of the details there. I don't got a lot of time right now to get into it over the phone. Can I count on you to make it? Great. I'm excited. See you there. So why do I say this? Because again, listen, I'm making a huge announcement at my place, right to it, right? I'm not telling anybody what it is until then. My rule of thumb also, when you're going to do a launch, where you're going to do a travel party, a Zoom party, whatever it is that you're going to do it within an hour or two. And if you're going to do it like the next day, don't schedule it out any more than like 48 hours in advance. So let's say that you just got somebody started. The most time you should be planning ahead is Monday. Like, I would not be planning anything out for next Sunday. Heck no, miss me with that, like at all, okay? Here are a few more invites. Hey, are you free in the next 10 minutes? Yes, why? Listen, this is for people that know you, that you have a really close relationship with. I want you to jump on this webinar right now. You're going to see something that's going to blow you away. Download Zoom now, and I'll send you a link. I'll be on it. Or, again, people that you know that are, super successful, money hungry, ambitious. Listen, I found a way to make money while you're at home, and I knew you'd be interested. Download Zoom now. Now I'll send you a link in a little so you can see how. I'll be on with you, right? Stay on while they're watching the video or Zoom. This is for people that you've shown them before. Hey, let's revisit what we talked to you. Are you open to me updating on everything going on with my business? Okay, when? What time today works? I have these slots available. I'm never going to tell somebody, hey, when are you available? because they're going to say never. People are never available. When are you free? Never. But if you say, hey, when are you free? Today, 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. Which one works best for you? Automatically, their brain is going to start figuring out, am I free at 3 or am I free at 6? Which one is easier? Understand? So the questions that you're asking are super important, because the quality of questions that you're asking yourself, the quality of thoughts that you're asking yourself are always going to determine the quality of life and the quality of results that you get in everything and anything in life. So some prospecting on social media. This is like, let's say somebody likes a photo or a status. Hey, what's up, girl? How are you and your family doing with the coronavirus? And they'll be like, great to hear. Listen, why I'm hitting you up so random, I don't know if you know what I do or not, but I've been running an online home-based business for some time now. I always remembered you to be sharp, open-minded business person, and I wanted to send you a VIP invite to a live webinar that a 6-figure or 7-figure mentor of mine is doing. She will be teaching how you can start a home-based business for under $1,000 or $100. Couldn't help to bless it forward. You're not obligated to anything. Let me know if it's okay. I can send it to you, right? This is, again, just different things. M said that invite has been very effective for me. Apply that ASAP. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Which one, M? Which one? Awesome. The second one. Perfect, 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 perfect. Great, great, great. So I'm going to go back some people so you guys can make sure you're taking pictures. Pictures. Awesome. Got it. Great. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yep. This one has been working very, very great for me as well. Getting a lot of people on it. And here's, I'm going to give you guys another tip, and just, this is like a bonus tool, right? And for social media. So let's say like you like John C. Maxwell, or you like Bob Proctor. Can go back 2 times. 1, 2. Let's say you like Bob Proctor, or you like John Maxwell, or you like motivation or different like websites and stuff like that. And you see somebody comments on it. Well, you can prospect that person, right? And you can just be like, hey, I know this is really random, but your page looks super cool. And you came up in my suggested, and I noticed that we both follow John Maxwell. I love John Maxwell. Start a conversation. Like if you hit up 1,000 people, and I got this from Matt Morris, and if you don't know who Matt Morris is, he's triple-time IMD. Like stuff just starts to happen out of nowhere when you are insanely committed. Insanely committed. I promise you, out of nowhere, you would just start getting traction and momentum and this and that and this. Like the last person I just got started was somebody that I randomly met on social media. Randomly met this guy on social media. And I'm literally every day just sending out over 50 messages every day. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Whoever gets back to it, I'm just conversation. Hey, man, look, King, you got a great page. Queen, you got a great page. Energy. See, people are never going to be more on social media than they are right now. Delise just said, yesterday I got 2 signups that just came like that. I'm ready. Let's get it. Exactly. Right? So my last 3 signups, M said, were through social media. Amazing. So continue to just put energy, because I promise you, when you magically are doing what you got to do, stuff just starts happening for you. It starts happening for you. You start attracting people. You start attracting new connections, new dimensions. I promise you, but you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. And as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me through. Like she says, the universe meets you halfway because you're working. Yep. I'm like, God meets you halfway. Absolutely. Universe, whatever you believe in, absolutely. But when you put in energy, you're going to receive that energy back for certain. And the travel party, don't set it up to more than 48 hours, especially now with Zoom. I would not be setting up a travel party within no later than 4 hours, right? Like we gonna show somebody today. Again, making the list, scheduling the travel or launch party. After you've showed them how to invite, get their easy ones. Everybody got easy ones. People that are just gonna do this just because it's dumb. So get them to it, get them to it. Quick coach videos, guys. Again, download WV Pro, WV Mobile. It will be one of the biggest and best investments. It will be one of the most nominal investments that you can make into your business that it's going to get you a maximum return. Okay. WV Pro, highly recommend. It's absolutely amazing. Quick coach videos, get to it. And the third T of Triple T is training. I want you to write down right now and make sure you are sending to panelists and attendees if you are registered for the View from the Edge. If you are registered from a View from the Edge, type in right now, I'm going to the View. 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 Yes, chat is blowing up. Blow it up. I'm going to the View. I'm going to the View. I'm going to the View. Yes, 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 yes. Let me tell you something. When we get somebody started, somebody said, go back to the apps. I'm gonna go back for you really, really quick, girlfriend. Real quick, real quick. You got that? Dream Trips, WV Mobile, WV Pro. Okay. All right. I'll send you a message later if you need that. Okay. Cool. So who's going to the View? Everybody. Man, first of all, like that's our next national training event. And let's say somebody's asking me, like, you know, if let's say this is a brand new person, and I just did this with my brand new guy that I just got started, Wilson, and I was like, Wilson, so what do you want out of this? Like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I want freedom. And I said, cool. Well, what does freedom look like for you, right? Like what number? And he lives in Canada, so I'm like, you know, what number does freedom look like for you? Like, what do you need in freedom? Like, what is it a number for you? Is it time? He's like, yeah, well, I need to make a certain amount of money, right? I need to make a certain amount of money to be able to do this. And I'm like, okay, well, what money does that freedom look like? And he's like, well, freedom to me is about $3,000, right? And I said, what bills do you hate paying? He's like, all of them, you know, like my rent, my car, my insurance. I was like, okay, well, how much do you want like that freedom? Because like what you want out of this, he's like, yeah, I want to make it to the top. I want residual income. I want to be able to travel. I want to do this, that, and the third. I was like, okay. I said, listen, everything you want out of here, everything you want out of life, everything you want out of life, right? Everything you want out of life, literally you can get by going to training. Literally you can and you will get by going to training. And I promise you, like everything you want out of life, everything you want out of life is absolutely conducive to you going to training. Everything, like everything you want. Everything, like everything you want out of life, everything you want out of life, everything. I've seen people get it, but I've never seen somebody get it without going to training. And this next training coming up, oh my God, this next training coming up. Let me tell you, I'm not telling you this because I'm a marketing director in the company, or I'm a 100K lifetime earner, or I'm a trainer for the company. I don't get paid more for you going to training, period. However, if I do not let you know the value that training can add to you, I am a thief, I am a robber, I am a liar. Because when you said you wanted this business to work, the only way the business will work is if you go to training. And I'm going to tell you, everything you want, you can get, but nobody has got it without going to training. And this next training that we have going on, I'm going to tell you, Mark Aceta, he does an absolute phenomenal job. There's not even enough words to tell you that he is the greatest of all time when it comes to training, international speaking. This man is highly requested around the world in our industry. We have the best in the industry in our company. Understand that he developed something called edutainment, where not only is he going to educate you, but he's going to entertain you at the same time. Never, ever, ever has something like this been done. There's people that come from all over the world just to see what this is. For the first time ever, we're going to be able to have access to this, number one, for the most inexpensive that it's ever been. And I will never say cheap, because they ain't shit cheap about what we do, because it's an event, okay? It's an experience. It's inexpensive. There will never, ever be a time that it's this inexpensive as it is right now. Never. Like the fact that we have access to $1 million earners on top of it, it's out of this world. So if you say you want everything you say you want, of course, you said you do. Cool. All right. Awesome. Let's get you registered to training. How you can get registered, wveventreg.com, right? Events.worldventures.com. Guys, understand that a person that asks the most question listens the most. And because you're listening the most, you're leading the conversation, because all it is you showing people the value. You showing people what's in it for them, as they can see why they need to be registered for the next event. So everybody, make sure you're registered, wveventreg.com, October 24th and 25th. It is absolutely going down. When will the training happen in the Caribbean? Right now, we are working on getting events back in the United States. Because of COVID and all of these things, we're not. But the greatest part about it is that the people from the Caribbean could get on, right? They can get on wveventreg.com. We're going to have different languages that this is going to be translated in. And trust me, like I know you got to be here. Get registered October 24th and 25th. Life will never be the same, for sure. So how to expose, when you're, inviting and you mastered the invite and now you got a big list and you're like, okay, well, how am I going to show people? Well, there's different type of exposures, and I'm going to spend too much time on it. And we have different times, like whether it's a one-on-one and it's you and your prospect, and it's you, your mentor, and the prospect, a 2-on-1. If it's you push and play on a video, or on Hadiatu's push play video, or on David Helgeson's video, or on so many videos. Max Laura has a really great one. Right, push and play on it. It's a live presentation, something live like this, or it can be live in person, a travel party or Zoom party, big shot event, regional training events, Saturday, Super Saturdays, national events. No matter what, understand that it takes sometimes 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, sometimes even 7 exposures. So why do I say that? So let's say that you showed somebody 1-on-1, or you showed somebody 2-on-1. Well, there's a big shot presentation going on every night at 10 p.m. by GPN, and we do one every night at 8. Well, guess what? I'm going to plug them into that because I want them to feel the global camaraderie. I want them to see and hear somebody else's story, because sometimes it's not your story that's going to do it for you. For somebody, it's somebody else's, okay? So that's super cool. Your mindset, again, when you're showing the deal, playing to win, expecting the victory, we are not selling anybody. We providing solutions. So the authenticity that oozes through my pores is because I know, like, we're not selling, we're providing solutions. We're solution providers, right? So have that mindset. And 3-step setup every time, all the time. I want everybody to write that in. 3-step setup every time, all the time. Every time before an exposure. I don't care if it's a one-on-one. I don't care if it's a Zoom. I don't care if it's a travel party. I don't care what it is. Every time, all the time. Everybody write that in, right? Write it down. Frame, memorize it every time, all the time. You got to do your 3-step setup before you're showing it. Every time, all the time. Every time, all the time. People do not care what you do. They care why you're doing it. So if you are at that place that you're like, man, I don't remember when was the last time I said my 3-step setup, it's okay. It's okay, right? But understand that your why is the most important. Your why is the first in 3-step setup. Why? Why are you doing this? What has you? What has you getting up every morning to a job you don't want to go to? What has you getting up in the middle of the night? What has you? What has you? What has you hurting? What hurts you? What has you? What has you? Why are you doing this? Let them know why you are showing them. Super important. Number 2, let them know you're all in. Let them know you've done all of your research from top to bottom. Let them know you are all in. And it's funny because I heard somebody say the other day, well, I can't say that I'm all in because I haven't gone on a trip. I said, that's fine. I didn't go on a trip until after 4 months, but I still hit director before I went on the trip, and director is the 3rd level of residual income. And it's funny because this girl, Katie Ann, out in Jamaica, shout out to Katie Ann, she hit marketing director, and she has only been in for, I think, less than 3 months and hasn't even gone on a trip either. But she know our pictures ain't green screen because, again, it's off of the trust. Okay, exactly. Somebody just said, make it make sense. Exactly. But let them know you're all in. Let them know you're all in. Guess what? You've been to a training. You've been on a Zoom. You have met the top earners and movers and shakers and the exec team of this company. That means you're all in. Let them know, number 3, with or without them, you're going to do this. Cast vision. So let's say I'm showing somebody this, and right, this has really been how I've been talking to people. Like, listen, look, I started 6.5 years ago, and I started working on something 6.5 years ago, and it was during a tough time in my family. My mom was overcoming some health challenges, and my little brother had just got, everybody say hi to my mom. Hello. And my little brother had just, we saw it during a crazy time in our family, right? And I was just like, man, it is is absolutely insane. I was the girl working 60 plus, 70 plus hours a week. And I left my career 5 years ago because of what you're going to see. And I'm not telling you that, oh my God, you're going to leave your career, but here's where I am going to show you this. Right now, we're also overcoming some health challenges for my mom. And the reason that I can smile in the face of the storm with such gratitude and with such passion and with such genuine knowing that this too shall pass is because I've been here before, but more than anything, because I know that I'm in an opportunity that has totally set us free. And during a time where every one of my siblings has so many things to do and they have places to go and places to be, I can be here 24/7 and not miss a beat because of what it is that you're going to see. So understand that what I did 6.5 years ago, and I made a 6-figure income in 2 years, and I've traveled the world, and I'm a trainer for the company, it is going to pale in comparison to what's about to happen. Because I promise you, with every fiber in my being, when the word travel comes up, people are only going to think about Pamela Pacheco. So you want to take a look at this now? Cool. Awesome. That's kind of what it feels like, right? Whatever your 3-step setup looks like, let it be true to you. Let it be true to you. Understand it's your come from. It's your come from. It's your come from. What makes the person that is sharing them faja wraps? What is the person that is showing them, potions and lotions different than you? It's your come from. It's the why, right? It's the why. It's your come from. It's the authenticity. Edification. It is super important that we know edification when we're exposing people, because edify does not mean to add a lie. You're building up, you're adding value, you're saying 2 or 3 things. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and edify Hadiatu, and I'm calling somebody, whether I'm staying on the phone with them, whether you're staying on the phone or you're going to call them after, you're going to send a text to your leaders that you're going to have for the 3-way, right? So I'm going to send it to Claudine. I'm going to send it to Delisa. I'm going to send it to Hadi. I'm going to send it to Josh. I'm going to send one to Kia. I'm going to send it to Darren. I'm going to send it to about 10 or 20 people, right? That I just want to be on standby, right? For a testimony. And whoever responds, like right when the video is over or the Zoom is over, that's who I'm going to call first. Here's my best practice. And if you do it different, that's cool too. I like calling the leader, my person, my mentor, before I am calling. I like calling my mentor, my leader, before I am calling my prospect back, just because it feels less weird. So I'm gonna be like, amazing, wasn't it? Yes, listen, I took the liberty to call my friend Hadi. Hadiatu is a rock star. She's an amazing mom, an amazing wife, an amazing daughter. Formerly was an NFL publicist. I mean, when she saw this, you think you got a lot going on, girl. She was about to donate her kidney to her brother. Today's at the top level of our lifestyle club, has been able to travel all around the world. She's a global change agent. And man, I'm excited for her to be able to talk to you. Don't embarrass me. Heidi, look, I got you on the phone with my friend Jen, and Jen is a super mom. She's super exciting. She's a hard worker, but I am so excited that she gets to hear you, and I know you're gonna be able to help her like not only you've helped me and helped thousands. And I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let Heidi close. I'm gonna be quiet, sorry. And I'm gonna let Heidi close. Say 1 or 2 things about your friend, but never edify your friend or your prospect more than you're edifying your leader or your mentor. And the last tip of that, let the leader close. Let the leader close. I see so many people, they do all the work, they invite, they do the list, they get them on the webinar, and they're so excited. The excitement takes over. And I get it. Again, mistakes make money here. But don't be so excited that you forget the main thing, closing, okay? Let your leader close. Let your leader close. That's what we're here to do. Speaking of closing, again, when we are closing and how we do anything is how we do everything, always the mindset, playing to win, expecting the victory, making sure that you're a solution provider, making sure that you understand that one person is always going to win. Always be closing, always be certain. The person that is most certain always, always, always wins, right? And here are some techniques for closing. Let me go back to that. Did you guys get that? Awesome, great, perfect. Moving right along. Here are some techniques for closing. I feel you where you're coming from. I felt the same way. And what I found out is, and you share a story, feel, felt, found, and this is what we do. It's one of the greatest strategies. Feel where you're coming from. It's like you're agreeing with them. You're empathizing with them, right? And you felt the same way. You're humbling yourself enough to be like, look, man, I'm sharing my experience with you. But what I found out is, and you're going to share a story of success, share a story of overcoming, right? You're going to share something that is just going to allow people to just continue to grow, right? And continue to see that better is ahead. So what are some of the most typical objections? Exactly. Connect with them. Exactly. What are some of the most typical objections? Look, I don't got the time right now. I don't need your time. I need your contacts. Somebody told me the other day, is like, look, I don't got the money right now. And I was like, girl, listen. Back then, I didn't have the option to buy it at $75. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's never been the money that's been a problem. It's been the mindset. Because I felt the same exact way. But I was so sick and tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I said, let me rob Peter to pay Pam. And because I changed something changed. And not only did I find out that I can make my money back in a week, I made my money back and I cleared a 6-figure income in my first 2.5 years. And now we've been able to position thousands of people to do the exact same. So it was never the money, it was the mindset. You ready to get started? Every time you overcome an objection, are you ready to get started with me? Or are you ready to get started? My spouse, anybody get that objection? My spouse, oh my God, my husband said I can't do it. My wife is gonna kill me if I take her on a vacation. Said no wife ever. Said no wife ever, by the way. She's gonna be more mad if you buy her a tacky bag than taking her on a trip. I'm just saying. Okay. So I've seen, listen, I hear you where you're coming from, and I don't really get into too much detail of the spouse overcoming that objection because I'm not a spouse, right? And I was engaged, but it's not the same. So I always use other people's story, and I'm like, girl, listen, I feel you where you're coming from. Because my friend Valerie Acosta, she felt the same exact way when she saw this. She was an accountant. Her husband, Julio, was a hotel manager. But what she found out was that people follow strength, character, and confidence. She led him so much that he got tired of sleeping on the couch for 2 weeks. And today, not only is he in the business, girl, he's our #1 fan, but together they're $1 million yearly earners. And not only hit the top level of the company once, they did it twice. 3 beautiful children, raised them in a mansion in beautiful Parkland, Florida, get to live the world. Are you ready to get started? That could be you. Just saying. Research, man. I am your research. What are we talking about? But when people say, I got to do my research, I feel you where you're coming from. I felt the same exact way. But what I found out is that the way that you can really do research here is by experience only, right? And the way that you get experience here is by a trip or a training. I ain't going on no trips right now with everything going on, right? However, we got a training coming up that's the next best thing, and it's October 25th and 26th. Let's go do our research together. You ready? Let's get you signed up. Fear. We're doing this together, man. Like, people, if you knew you could not fail, what wouldn't you do? What wouldn't you do? Fear means nothing more than false evidence appearing real. It could tell you forget everything and run, or it could tell you face everything and rise. Face everything and rise, because the opportunities are always bigger than the obstacles. The opportunities are always bigger than the limiting belief, than the current circumstance. Understand, if you don't bend your circumstance to your will, it's going to bend you to its will. And life is always going to be a fight for territory. The moment you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. Period. Right? So get good at something worth getting good at. Casting vision. People cannot follow you unless they know where you're going. People only follow strength, character, and confidence. But you know what's the #1 reason why people don't follow somebody? Because you don't tell them where you're going. Let them know where you're going. Let them know where you're going. See, paint the bigger picture. Everyone has eyesight, but not everyone has vision. But without vision, the people will perish. And why do I say that? Because listen, paint the bigger picture. A lot of us are stuck in the same frame that we can't see the bigger picture. So it takes somebody else casting vision to make you look at the bigger picture, because you're still stuck in the same frame. It can be the frame of mind. It can be the frame of thinking. It can be your frame of living. It can be your frame of existing. It can be your frame of doing. But if you're stuck in the same frame, you're not going to get out of there. Sometimes you need somebody else to come and take you out of that frame of mind, out of that frame of being, out of that frame of state, out of that frame of thinking. Casting vision. It's not only necessarily about casting vision about what this can do for the business can do for them financially, but what this business can do for them fulfillment wise, what this business can do for them spiritually, mentally, emotionally. The finance part, the fun part, it's a byproduct of all of the great things that this does. Hadiatu just wrote, Hadiatu, if you guys don't know her, she's an IMD, and I see her on here. Love you, Hadi. She's an IMD in her company, and she is one of the rock stars, international speakers, international trainers, and I have the honor, pleasure, and privilege of, calling her not only a mentor and a leader, a friend, but a sister. And she just made her 8-year anniversary, I believe it was a few days ago, and she did a beautiful post on Instagram. And if you haven't seen it, go Hadi's Got You, right? Our Instagram handles. And it was beautiful because she was like, I never, ever, ever thought that it was going to be, I made a tons of money, but it's the person that I've become in the process. It's the person that I've become. It's the amazing relationships that I've built. And I'm just getting chills as I say that because, see, this is so much bigger. It's so much bigger. Like, yes, it's about fun. But I'm going to tell you, no matter how much fun you have, you'll never get the freedom if you don't have the fulfillment. And you're only going to get that fulfillment by trusting the process, becoming the best version of you, and finding something that allows you to become the best version of you as you are in pursuit to what sets your soul on fire. Super important. Guys, that has been our Fast Start training for this morning. Make sure that you are ignited. And I'm not only saying this because I am on the ignition kit. Hadiatu's on the ignition kit. Valerie Acosta's on the ignition kit. Gobilada's on the ignition kit. Michael Marich is on the ignition kit. I mean, there are so many leaders, movers, and shakers from all over the world that you're going to find on this ignition kit. Get ignited. And not only are you going to get so many audios that are just worth, like invaluable information, right? But you're also going to be able to get that acceleration that you need for your business. So now you're on this training and you're going to go apply it. You're going to get people started. Well, if somebody you're getting started is going to count for 1, don't you rather them count for 2? If somebody you're going to get started is going to count for 2, don't you rather them get counted for 3? Don't you rather take advantage of this opportunity within the lifetime of the opportunity? See, everybody wants a great life. Everybody wants the best ranks, the best residuals. Everybody wants the best lifestyle WV has to offer, but are you giving it everything you have to offer? Are you taking advantage of everything they're offering you to take you and your life and your team to the next level? Because if you're not, and that includes WV Pro, that includes Ignition, that includes making sure that you are upgrading yourself, making sure that you are getting registered for training, everything. Guys, all they want to do is see us win. All they want to do is see us win. Like a lot of us are on these calls all the time with our leaders, with our exec teams, and I've got to know them on a personal level. And man, this is home. This is home. I'm going to raise my kids here. And the reason why it doesn't matter what I'm going through, I know that I am called to serve is because this vessel of a company has served me greater than I can ever imagine, greater than I can ever put into words. There's no monetary value. There's no amount of trips. Like, I am completely full because of this. So all I will tell you is if you've ever wanted to have that experience where you are just completely fulfilled, but that you know who you are and whose you are and where you're going, and that we're making a huge impact and imprint on this world, make sure you're here with us because we're going to leave a dent in the universe. Thank you guys so much for your time. Make sure that you're registered for The View. Right, at 12 p.m., we got Mr. Idam Velez getting interviewed on GPN. Let me make sure I got that right. That is one of my great friends, one of my favorite people in the world, one of the hardest working people I know, also my accountability partner. So if I would tell you, like I would tell you, definitely